I now move to the Honourable Mr Sims.
Thank you, Mr Acting President. I might make some general remarks in response to the contribution of the Honourable Mr Bernardi on behalf of One Nation, and then address the substance of the motion. Look, I know the Honourable Mr Bernardi is only new here, but one of the things I find very helpful, just as a tip, when engaging in debate on a motion is to actually read the substance of the motion before participating in the debate. It's a little tip for the newbies here. I've found it always serves me well. I'm happy to mentor the Honourable Member, but actually reading the wording of the motion rather than having a debate about a straw man is a really helpful way to start. Because the Honourable Mr Bernardi suggests that there is some sort of investigation being proposed into online dating apps in general. That is not what the motion seeks to do. Rather, it calls for the Commonwealth Government to investigate the use of online dating applications as a means to facilitate hate crimes against gay men and to work with state and territory forces to establish a nationally coordinated response. Now, this isn't just some abstract thing that's not happening. There has actually been, and again, it's often really instructive when you're participating in a debate on a motion to read the contribution of the mover. And the Honourable Ian Hunter talked about this when he gave notice of this motion some time ago. There have been a spate of crimes targeted at gay men in the state of New South Wales and in other states, and they are using online dating applications as a way of luring these men into situations where they can be victims of crime. This isn't about, promoting victimhood or some kind of debate about online dating. It is about dealing with a series of targeted attacks on gay men, men who are being targeted because of their sexuality. And other states have taken some action on this. Indeed, I note just yesterday, I understand the New South Wales Parliament passed the Minns Labor Government's Crime Legislation Amendment Hate Crimes Bill. And that bill dealt specifically with this element. It looked at expanding post and boast offences to include assault and robbery against LGBTI people in New South Wales. It also established a new offence for offenders who lure victims under false pretences, including through dating apps. And it's worth noting that the law was introduced in the wake of the shocking ABC investigation into a rise of IS terror-inspired attacks on young, gay and bi men in Sydney. It is really shocking and disturbing that this is still happening in 2026. And this is precisely the issue that the Honourable Member is suggesting is addressed as a form of coordination through federal government and state government cooperation. To turn more broadly to the substance of the motion, I do want to acknowledge the leadership of some of the members in this place. I note the Honourable Michelle Lensink spoke earlier, and I really do acknowledge her contribution because she is somebody who has championed LGBTI law reform during her time as a minister. I know she has always championed it internally within the Liberal Party and in this place. And I'm sure that's sometimes difficult to do. So I do thank her for her leadership and the solidarity that she shows with LGBTI South Australians. And I know it means a lot to people in our community. So I thank her for that. I also, of course, thank and honour the work of the Honourable Ian Hunter, who has been a huge champion for LGBTI rights, the first out gay man elected to this very chamber and this parliament. And it is amazing to see how far we have come now some 20 years later to see not just one out member of the LGBTI community here, but now for there to be 4 in this parliament, 2 in the House of Assembly and 2 in this chamber. I think that is a significant achievement in terms of this parliament being more inclusive and diverse, and it is in no small part due to the leadership of the Honourable Ian Hunter, because he was the first. So I acknowledge and thank him for his leadership over many years in this place. It's interesting for me when we deal with motions like this, it's always an opportunity to reflect on how far we've come and how much has changed. you know, I came out of the closet, as we used to call it back when I was in it, back in 2008, I believe it was. And so I was in my early 20s at the time, and it was a big thing to finally have those conversations with family and friends. Fast forward now, 20 years, and I look at how much the world has changed, marriage equality, broad acceptance of same-sex relationships, so much more diversity as well within our parliaments. I could never have imagined, as a closeted teenager living in suburban Adelaide, the incredible opportunities that I would have in my life and the huge changes that I've seen unfold that have made it possible for someone like myself to actually even be elected to Parliament and to have the opportunity to serve. So it is a chance to reflect on what's been achieved, the amazing work of activists here in our state who have done the heavy lifting over years and years and years. We had an opportunity in this chamber last year to reflect on the amazing contribution of those activists in the 1970s in particular, who fought to decriminalise homosexuality and really pushed back against the grain of public opinion. And I'm always in their debt for the work that they did, because they've improved the lives of people like myself. So as always, I thank them for that incredible leadership. So this is a chance for this chamber to come together to recognise what's been achieved and to renew our commitment to work together to fight homophobia, transphobia, biphobia, and to fight for laws that are going to improve the safety of our LGBTI communities. And that's what this motion speaks to in its second part. I don't think it should be controversial. It should be something that all members of this Parliament are able to work together on. And I hope that this motion is passed through this chamber today.
The Honourable Mr Sims to the